Welcome to You're Having a Laugh. I'm joined here with Kieran. How are you doing today, Kieran?
I'm okay, Max. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How was your trip down?
Stressful traffic, but we're here.
That's Salford for it, isn't it?
Welcome to Salford, baby.
All right. Well, from what we understand, you're a stand-up comedian. You graduated here last year.
We're rushing it there. A few months ago, almost last year. We're in November, aren't we?
No, we're getting through.
Don't rush me like that. Yeah, literally 2025 July.
I don't know. Well, congrats on that, but we're happy to have you into the studio. We're going to ask you some tough questions, very tough questions.
So far.
Right. Let's just get into the meat and potatoes of it then, shall we? Is that British enough reference?
Is it?
Meat and potatoes is definitely British, right?
Yeah, it's proper British.
All right.
Chippy tea.
All right, well, let's just start off where did your love for comedy come from?
Oh, growing up with a family, I've got a massive family. I've got I've got 7 siblings, so it's a survival dog eat dog world. You gotta think of something quick to deal with yourself. But yeah, definitely my family. It's a lot of watching it on television, like Peter Kay, seeing all that Jason Manford and stuff like that. Growing up with it, I thought I love this. I love this game, that sort of stuff.
So they still like the same comedians you look up to now, or is there anybody that's kind of grown on you?
Oh, a lot has grown on me. So when before I started, I looked at Pete Davidson a lot. I resonated with him, like losing a dad and how he dealt with the trauma and the stand-up. I thought, yeah, he's meant. And I've always loved like Russell Howard, growing up with him as well. There's a lot of comedians, especially like dry humour. Lee Mack, he's ace. Lee Mack is mint, so you watch a lot of him. I met him a few weeks ago, chatted to him for a good 5 minutes. I literally finished a run and just walking his dog, we had a chat, gave me advice and his sound.
All right. Well, I mean, there's plenty of things going for you. I mean, like, when we think about, where your future could go in the career, I mean, SNL, they're thinking about starting up in the UK now, having their own thing. Do you think we'd ever see something like that with you? Or, what's your goal? Where do you go from here?
I never say no. I can't. You have to manifest it. I wrote in 2022, right, one day I'll be on Coronation Street. And then I'm on it, a lot of times. And every time I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I could never say, oh, I'm not going to do that, because why are you throwing that out in the universe? Doesn't exist. I think I can. Oh, I know I can. That sort of things you've got to believe. You don't know where your career will end up. But I hope I'm going to keep aiming high and high.
All right. Well, that's the goal of everybody's career.
Exactly.
Just stealing it from everybody else, I guess. But no, definitely, sky's the limit for anybody. Just keep shooting that way. But what inspires you? What inspires you then? You talked about your family early on growing up. They were the reason you got into comedy. You've mentioned quite a few comedians, Pete Davidson and all that. Mm-hmm. What inspires you now to keep going on top of that? What pushes you to get out of the bed in the morning for comedy?
Oh, that is a question. Sam, that's a question and a half. That's a thinker. For younger me, because I always wanted to do it. I was 15, 16, 17. I always wanted to do comedy and acting. I was too nervous. I thought what everyone else would think. And then one day I was like, right, I'm going for this. No matter what they say. People are going to say something, just get up and do it, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking, oh, I could have done that. Oh, I had an opportunity to go and act on this TV show, but I was too nervous. Be nervous and do it anyway. I've got anxiety, but I've managed to overcome that to a point where I'm still going to do it. So just wake up and just go for it, because you don't want to regret anything. You don't want, there's been opportunities where I'm like, right, I've got an acting job here, but it's miles away. How do I get there? I can't drive. I can drive now. I'll find a way to get there. Get up and think, right, if I can do this, I can do that. If someone else has got that achieved, why can't I achieve the same thing? Get up and just smile and get on with your day.
Definitely some powerful stuff there. I mean, you just lightly touched on there with the anxiety and whatnot, and obviously that's probably quite a big roadblock for somebody like you that has to constantly go up in front of new people walking in that door every show.
Yes.
People walking up, leaving, coming in, going. I mean, how have you managed to cope and overcome that boundary?
Oh, another thinker there, Sam. That is a mint question. He's on it. Every crowd's different, and if I don't go first, or let's say when the host is on at the start, I like to see what the crowd's like. So if the host mentions something, I'm like, okay, maybe my joke will work here then, because these guys relate to this story. Or if not, I'm still going to do it anyway. Or switch up on the go. Let's say the first act speaks about Salford. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to speak about Salford as well, but obviously it's 2 different comedians. I'm going to see what I can do that is different. Obviously, I've got my own set, but I'm going to make sure that, let's say a certain section of the crowd understood that Salford joke, and I'm like, okay, they'll understand mine because they're from that same area, stuff like that. I'm going to make sure I tend to that audience and everyone, and you can't please everyone. Not everyone's going to laugh, and if you do, fair play. There's been times when not everyone's laughed at my jokes, but people have, and I'm like, okay, you carry on. Every crowd's different, and over time, you just overcome it. Even at the big gigs, I'll get nervous and that, but I'll still go on, and then you get that rush of adrenaline after your first joke. It's you're right, there's the rhythm. My first hot water gig, I landed that first joke because my mic messed up, so I had to improv. and then I just thought something on the fly, and it worked. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like the best gig I've done. Because at the end of it, I got off buzzing with adrenaline and wanted to get back up and do another 10.
You touch on crowds there and how every crowd's different. I mean, how much of that would you say is just like based on the night and day, or do you think the crowds change as the seasons do? As you will, like obviously Christmas is coming up, and a lot of the viewers here, they're going to be going out, celebrating time for Christmas.
Yeah.
How do the seasons and whatnot affect the crowds? And did you just crack open a beer?
Yes, I did. What time is it? Just for the love of the game.
It is still midday, and he's cracked open a beer. He's been up for no more than 4 hours today. Nice one.
I was up this morning at 6 for the gym. I went back to bed. It's my day off. The game's the game. What was the question? No, I know the question. Every crowd's different, and I think that's the good part. Like, everyone comes for a different reason. Either the slow-paced comedians, the slapstick comedians, the physical comedians, and then at the same time, like, there's going to be an act for everyone. Not everyone on that show you'll like, but you'll find someone you do. And then with the seasons coming, like when it's hot, not a lot of people, unless it's like a really big book show, they won't want to be inside, they want to be outside drinking or whatever. And then when it's Christmas, you can have Christmas work parties, so then you're guaranteed a lot of audience, but then you're also guaranteed maybe some like loud crowds, and then you've just got to deal with them. But at the same time, that can be fun because that works in your crowd work. It can be good for your sets. It could be bad, but it's a gamble. And like I've had crowds where like they're on work night out, and I've ended up speaking to them. I thought, wow, you've helped my set here. Even while you're just yelling and stuff, you get that under control.
All right. Well, I mean, have you ever bombed a joke?
Yes, yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Pulled it up my ass.
Well, fabulous. Just gonna keep that there because I'm driving. Do you know? Yes, every comedian has to bomb a joke. And when I first started, a lot of comedians said like, "Don't be scared to bomb a joke because don't be scared to make a joke." I can't get my words out. Don't be scared to bomb a joke because they're the ones that make you better because you can learn from them. The good ones you can learn from, like, oh my God, I could try it this way, that way. You could be like, oh, they didn't like that. Let me try it again with another crowd. If the other crowd doesn't like it, either bin it or restart. There's a 3-tick system. One of my friends taught me. Try it 3 times. If it gets 2 ticks, that means it's got 2 laughs in like a lot of laughs in 2 different gigs. And if you don't laugh the third set, okay, it works. If it gets 1 tick out of the 3, just bin it. I'll just throw it somewhere for now. The bomb jokes are like, wow, they're for you have to be tough, like thick skins to be like to carry on, but you just riff, you just improv and carry on.
All right. Well, I mean, you talk about riff and carrying on. Like, how does a creative like session look for you? I mean, obviously you got to spend time beforehand, getting ready for your set, getting ready for your jokes. Take us through like what is the creative process? Do
you know what? At the minute, mine, I think a lot of my jokes in the shower. It sounds weird, but a lot of my jokes when you with your own thoughts and stuff, and then it can be a blessing, but it can be a curse because I'm like, right, I just thought this mint joke, but I'm in the shower, I can't write, my hands are wet, everything. I'm not gonna get my phone wet, so I'm like trying to remember that joke for when I'm out the shower, or I'll be like, right, okay, I'm gonna make the shower quick just so I can write that joke. I'm like, no, I'll take my time, and then that's a banger joke. I feel like it is, and then it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Or like I'll just sit down and like I'll have my PC there, I'll have my book there, and I'll have like my phone where my set is on filmed. I'll go over what went good, what went bad, rechange the set. Everyone's got their own ways, but I feel like go in the shower, Max, tonight, Sam. Think of a joke, and you're like, wow, he's right. This kid's right. This kid with the big head's right. It works.
All right, fair enough. I mean, and then obviously what probably played, I know that you've been into comedy, as you mentioned, since you were young, growing up with your family and all that. How did university, you obviously studied comedy and whatnot, how much did that help you on your journey? For maybe the younger listeners out there, maybe some students that are on the course, how much did it benefit you?
Oh my God. Make the most of university. Make the most of the 9K you're going to be paying off. Make the most. When I got to uni, I was like, right, okay, where do we start this and that? And I met other people that are like-minded like myself, and then they was already gigging, so they took me to gigs. They give me ideas on how like to network, what to do, where to go, make the most of it. And then as time went on, I started acting more because gained me confidence. I already done a couple like free acting bits as a late teen, like 18, 19, and then I got back into it at 23. So I started uni at 21, took a break at 22, come back near the end of September 22, and then got back into acting. And then that's where networking. Uni, they give you camera, they give you all the camera equipment. You can use the library, you can book rooms, make the most of it. And then again, the class I've met, I'm so blessed to have met them at the perfect time. And people from my old class, I'm blessed to have met them because they help so much as well. But it's who you're around that makes you better as a person. Make the most of it. If you're listening, make the most of your time at uni. Enjoy everything and ask people so many questions and so call in.
And then I'll ask you, because a lot of our show, me and Sam, we've been talking about who does it better.
Okay.
Now, you're probably very biased in this, but I ask you, American or British, who does comedy better?
I can't give you an answer because I love both. I watched Kevin Hart's special live in May at the Arena, and it come out like 2 days ago on Netflix, and it was great because I started doing callbacks because of an inspiration from him. He does a callback, says something earlier on, and then they'll say right at the end, I'm like, oh my God, how's he remembered this and stuff? Obviously, he's a professional, but it's like, I'd done that on like my first 5 minute set, took the inspiration from him and some others. I'm like, oh my God, this is mint. But then we've got Peter Kay, we've got Russell Howard, like I said, we've got Lee Mack, we've got loads. Matt, I've just seen Max's face. He's pulled on there. There's Pete Davidson, Bill Burr. There's loads. There's loads.
Is Pete Davidson not an American comedian?
Yes, I said Pete Davidson. Yeah. He's from New York. Yeah. But he's one of my faves. There's loads. Honestly, we've got Ramesh Ranganathan. We've got Lee. We've got Lee Evans. He's retired, but he's mint. He's Steven Sanzagarian. There's so many mint ones, and then there's so many like non-televised comedians that are absolutely massive and that deserve TV time that are upcoming. And there's so much talent in the UK and in America, and it's like we're blessed to have it all. There's something for everyone. I can't give you an answer, Max. Sam could. I can't. I'm even.
All right. Well, to wrap things up, you're a comedian. You think you're good at it. Make me laugh.
Make you laugh. Listen, you can't. I'm off duty. I made you laugh and I cracked open that pint. No, because look at the face. We're on the radio now and he's got a stern face. Max, I've known you for over a year. You try rattle my brain when we're in training. I refuse to make you laugh. How about let's turn the tables, Sam, shall we, Mr. Sam? How about Max? You make me laugh. Make the comedian laugh.
I just show your highlight tapes of American football.
Oh, that's evil news. I'll have you know. I've had to go a few tackles. All right, we'll see. We'll have a look. But yeah, in a few.
Well, I just want to thank Kieran again for joining us today on Nutter Radio. Check him out on our socials. They'll be linked down below in the video. Check out the extended interview if you're listening to this on the show on the Utter News Radio YouTube channel. Check all that good stuff out. And I just want to thank you, Kieran, one more time. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you, boys. Thanks for having me. Thank you very much. Pleasure. Let's crack open a can. Oh, let's not, actually.
Oh, we've already done that.
Let's neck it.